In this video, I'm going to show you if you have a state license right now, your active state license, but you want to get national registry certification, maybe for a job, maybe for a promotion, maybe for you're moving to another state, maybe you just want to be able to move easier, or maybe you're working as an event medic, whatever it may be. You want to get nationally registered. Here's how we do this. So let's start off with EMR. Okay, so if we are EMR and we have a state license, here's how we do it. So if we have an EMR certification, here is how we are able to take that state certification, state license, and we're going to get that and move it into NREMT. This is pretty cool. The only thing we need to do is take two main things and a few extras I'll explain. But first, number one, is we have to take CE hours. So what we need to see is 8 hours of continuing education under the national component. And we offer this here at Paramedic Coach. We offer what we call a national component only course. The National Registry accepts state EMS approved and CAPCE accredited education. Okay, our program is CAPCE accredited. The other thing we need is you need to show them your current state license or certification. And you need to have a current CPR BLS card. Now, the other thing you need to do as well, though, is pass the National Registry exam. We can see here the cognitive exam, okay? So we're going to have to do that, all right? What this breaks down to as far as hours is 8 hours, and all the national components are the same, but the hours are different. And obviously, one's going to be towards an EMR, and each one of the levels is different, EMT, AEMT, Paramedic. And the hours are different. So what we can see here, it still breaks down to airway, trauma, ops, medical, and cardiovascular. Okay? That's how it works. So what's the first step in all this? If you're already working as an EMR and have a state certification, well, obviously you probably already have a CPR BLS. If you don't, you have to get one. Okay? We already have our current states. We got to pass the National Registry exams, and we have to take the CE. Let's go back to the home page and now let's check out EMT. So EMT state license, here we go. Okay, now EMT here is a little different, all right? The EMT national component hours is 20 hours, all right? Remember, when we actually recertify our national registry, it's 16 hours for EMR, 40 hours for EMT, 50 for advanced EMT, and 60 for paramedic. So what you're going to see here is for each level, EMR, EMT, AEMT, paramedic. The CE they have you take, one, must be state or CAPCE accredited. And then number two, what they're doing is they're just making you take the national component of it. So basically half of a full certification program. Again, we offer a national component only program, which covers exactly this, and it's CAPCE accredited. So this is your 20 hours right here. You can knock that out, okay? So that checks that, that checks that. Now, all we got to do is our National Registry cognitive, okay? And then at your state-approved psychomotor skills to evaluate your skills, all right? Simple as that. Pretty cool. Now, last part here. We show a copy of our current EMT license or certification, and we show our healthcare provider card. Simple as that. If I scroll on here, you'll see the hours are a little different because they're 20 hours. But this is what you need. Again, we provide all this for you 100% online. Just make an account. You got to watch the CE, take your quizzes along the way, and we send your certificate, and it's all through CAPCE. Okay, let's go to AEMT. So AEMT, we go to state licensed. Okay, so here we go. AEMT pathway. Again, same deal. Instead of taking a full 50-hour CE, National Registry is saying, look, we get that you are state certified or licensed, but you want National Registry. Well, you got to go through our national CE component, right? So that's 25 hours for AEMT. So we check that and we check that. Pretty easy, right? So now all we need to do now is complete. There's no psychomotor exams for ALS providers, okay? And there's also no National Registry psychomotor exams for EMT or EMR. They handle that now at the local state level, okay? Now with AEMT, all we need in this case is to pass the AEMT written. That's it. Pretty cool. So you can do your CE 100% online here at Paramedic Coach. we are CAPCE accredited. And then right here, simple as that, right? National Registry AEMT certification. There it is. Here's your breakdown of the hours. We provide this all for you. And one thing I didn't say in this video yet is on National Registry, right here, there's a login button. Make sure that, during this process, you log into your account. If you've never had an account before at National Registry ever, then you're going to want to create one. What I would do is email National Registry and say, hey, I've watched this video and I'm trying to go from state licensed to now I want to get state certified or state licensed, but I want to get my National Registry. I'm following the steps. Do I have an account? Right? Because you'll be surprised. If school was a long time ago, maybe you already have an account. Maybe it was a different email. But try and log into your account. If you can't, you would create one, but I would email registry first and say, here's all my information before you just create an account randomly. Okay? That's my advice. You don't want to make a duplicate account and jump the gun. So if unsure, come down here, contact, and we can see right here, here's the contact. Here's the email. Okay, and we can go right through here. So now let's go to paramedic. Here we go. So paramedic state license. So you can see here it's similar, but let me scroll down here. We're now at 30 hours because why? The normal recertification for a paramedic is 60 hours, but that includes national, local, and individual. So National Registry is saying, look, local, individual, don't worry about that. But you need to take the national component if you're going to get a national certification. So, again, we have all this for you at Paramedic Coach. We provide a national component only program. Okay, it's 30 hours, so you're good with that. Check 1, check 2. All we got to do now is pass the National Registry Paramedic exam and show a copy, right? I am so proud to announce that the Paramedic Coach is now CAPCE accredited, and we're now recertifying your National Registry certification. So if you're an EMS provider out there and you need CE and you need hours, you need to recertify, we now offer 100% online with me as your paramedic coach. You can do it right here on our website, recertification hours. You're going to see a link down in the description. It will say recertify your NREMT, something along those lines, and it will take you to a website that looks like this. Watch the video here. I explain the whole recertification process. You're going to love it, and I can't wait for you to see it.